right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on Star Station here for the deciding map of our first best of 3. So fitting that we go to game 3. This has been a cool series. I've already really enjoyed this just because it's a little bit different than the normal flavor of TVZ we've been seeing lately. And we got this guy who just tied it up in the southeast. The Red Zerg from Team Jin Air. It is True. That fast drone scout once again, and he's up against this man in the northwest, the Orange Terran from Team Samsung Galaxy Con. It is Reality. And it would be okay, sorry. I was thinking about making some sort of crappy reality joke. I just don't have it in me. I already got one good one in there earlier. But the positioning of this SCV looks like we're going to see another Reaper opening, which I like. This fast drone scout is True is just, he wants to punish this. True wants to punish the fast expansion if possible. And we've seen him just, True has actually shown a lot of aggressive tendencies. We had a super heavy Zergling play that was able to cancel the third base of Reality on the last map. On the first game, we had the crazy Zergling Baneling attack despite the 3 hatch before pool. So True is 100% willing to just go all out, regardless of his opponent's opener or even his own opener. So I like this. It gives you something to cast in the first few minutes rather than they were just both building drones and SCVs. It's a little bit of fisticuffs. Oh, a drone trying to get the love tap, but it looks like the SCV is not answering. Not tonight. The gas has been built, though, before the spawning pool once again. We're seeing this trend. This is trending right now. This fast speed play from True. Yeah, honestly, I think it trends against any good Zerg players. Probably one of the best ZVT performers. And I mentioned this in the last game, not just because I like to try to sound smart, but also because it's just true. God damn it, okay. Well, puns aside, Life has been playing very fast, speed-based styles, and it's worked out really well for him against Terran players, all but Tasia. And he's the most recent high-ranking Zerg player we've seen in a tournament, I think. Jaedong didn't actually go through too many Terrans at Asus Rock, the only reason I don't mention him. So, or at least I don't recall seeing him go through many Terrans. The command center has begun. 4 Zerglings, 6 on the way for True. And the Reaper is here. So Reality comes in, gets the scout, and he sees, yes, you've gone for the fast Zergling speed once again. You might be able to get a drone. Those lings are a little bit far away. Oh. He's looking. He's dancing around. At least gets a Zergling. It's a bit easier, of course, on this map to maneuver with the cliff space, which is nice. The Overlord sees all. I do have to say, the overall army composition from True that we saw in the last game is really nice against the style that Reality likes to play. The Mutalisks can be dealt with by the Thors, but I really liked seeing just super heavy Baneling play since there's no AoE. There's no siege tanks and no Widow Mines to kill the Banelings. So if you get up a lot of gas, you don't necessarily need Hive to get those upgrades compensated for. You can just bring lots of pain and lots of attacks. So it's just a neat way that he's been able to deal with at least the stylistic choices of Reality, who's getting that third command center, who's getting the Reaper, the Hellion production going. True has his Speedlings out. I'd like to see True just use the Zerglings to take his third base. I don't think he can bring too much counter pressure on since he doesn't have a Baneling nest or anything like that. And the Reaper sees this. He sees, okay, you still haven't mined any more gas. So send the Zerglings out, check that third, and we see that here's the drone. He's going to take their third base. No trouble at all. This Reaper is just running for his life, though. Would be nice if True could catch it, but he doesn't want to move too far out, get caught out of position, maybe nabbed by those Hellions midway, as the rest of these forces do finally join up. So True, I think probably likely that we'll see him just get his evolution chambers before anything else, except for gas, of course, and then move into a lair-based play. He could still go for some sort of mass Speedling attack, but it wouldn't work very well with these many Hellions on the field. Usually those types of attacks only happen if you can catch the Hellions from a bold player. But True is actually just pumping out drones. He's focusing on the economy and the creep spread. And I say that he's moving up to 5 queens once again, which is what we saw on the last map. And True, he had some damn good creep spread the last game. Reality spread out a lot of his fast units just trying to get scouting information. He will go up to 8 Hellions this game. Gets a bunker behind this wall. And True sees this, so he knows, okay, it won't be quite as easy to get you, but look at this. He's like, maybe you don't have any units here. Maybe your depot's lowered. Maybe I'm going to kill you with 6 Lings. The Hellions with these Reapers are really doing a lot of damage, but loses 1 Hellion, picks off a Queen, and Zerglings, like I said, they just kind of slip on into the natural. SCVs are forced to come out here and try to fight this in hand-to-hand combat. But I really like this Hellion Reaper play. He's picked off 2 Queens so far, going for a 3rd, and he will get it. There's so many Hellions, and why does he have 3 Reaper? Like, this doesn't even happen. Very nice play to just pick off so much. Now, he's invested a lot into this, but he's forcing out so many Zerglings, and he's actually starting to force out. A Roach Warren. He's actually gonna kill the Roach Warren. He's like, no roaches for you. I'm just gonna make Hellions. He's still making Hellions back home. This is actually kind of ridiculous now. There's still no Baneling Nest, so he can't even counterattack after he stops Reality from killing everything. The drones are rushing away. This is a fantastic amount of pressure that Reality's brought on. The barracks are on the way behind this. He's actually up to 4 barracks. He has Stimpack about to complete. The only thing that Reality doesn't have at this point in time is a starport, but that's the last thing he really needs to worry about. He's just got... This has been a fantastic amount of damage he's done. He's up 40 SCVs to 34 drones. And he's still killing drones. He's still just killing as much as he can. Just gets another drone. What a fantastic attack. Holy, he's up 12. And you could say anything you want about how fast Zerg players can regenerate that drone count, but the production is looking so good. I think Reality may have... Yeah, Reality gave himself a huge edge with that. And he still has 4 Hellions, now 6 on the map. The cool thing is if you want to move into Hellbats later on, like, having Hellions isn't necessarily bad. So, you know, we're family, even though you're faster than me. But the 1-1 begins for both players. Barely ahead is True on the upgrades, so that shouldn't be significant in this game. Third command center's planted down for Reality at a really good time. And thing is, True can only crank out drones. True is just cranking out drone. And he's still behind in workers. This next wave of 7 should finally put him ahead, but you have to take into consideration the fact that there's 3 mules on the field. Each mule mines about as much as 4 SCVs. So, yeah, Reality's economically in a great spot, but this is how True sets it back. The Hellions move away, and the Zerglings move in. Looking for them mules. Doesn't actually kill anything except a single SCV. Losing those mules would have been pretty bad. Most of them still had at least half their life to live. The Baneling Nest is done, and look at this, 15 drones. He is just going ham on the workers. He knows he needs to buy himself time and recover his economy, but Reality starting to wall off this 3rd base area, saying, no, you cannot just attack me whenever you want. He's going to check the tower out. It's like, oh, you got Zerglings? Cool. Let me kill those as well. And here behind this, we're seeing that standard setup from him. Just Hellbats, Medivacs, and, you know, the upgrades that are coming. And his army was done so soon because he needs them for Hellbats, of course. So he's not going to have to worry about starting his 2-2. Burrows on the way, as well as the centrifugal hooks. And the bio is moving out. Stim's done. Combat shield is done. Second factory is starting. This is Reality now saying, hey, I'd like to start killing you. Thank you. And notice this, the creep spread is nowhere near as good as it was on Derelict Watcher. He lost so many queens, he's been forced back so much. The Banelings and Zerglings are trying to get on top of this. The Hellions will actually soak up a lot of the Baneling shots. Reality will need godlike micro to actually pick these Banelings off. So he's just going to lift up and boost around, which I think is smart. The Queen's immediately queued to place more tumors, also smart. But Reality, he can actually just drop inside the main base. There's nothing here, and immediately we see Spore start. He's like, ah, yes, that is a problem, isn't it? But he does back off. So True, Spire beginning. 2-2 is just starting. 2-2 actually has not begun yet for Reality, which may be the only, which could be a costly mistake. So only +2 attack start. Oh, Baneling's moving to the 3rd base mineral line. Actually kills off a lot of SCVs. This is good. This is really, really good. I don't know if it's as significant because of the mules, but the Marines are in the 3rd base now and denying the mining of the Zerg player. True is in trouble. Just kind of attacking, and now he lifts up. He just goes into the main base. There's a couple Spore Crawlers here, but somehow a Hellbat snuck his way up there. I don't know how that thing got in there, but trust me, I didn't know. now that actually just makes it sound bad. But the drop is going into the main base, picks off the Spore Crawler. There's still some of these units by the Natural in third base. And Reality is just all over True. Reality's all over him. I mean, True just has to face the reality that he may be screwed. Is Blue Flames underway? +1 vehicle weapons. And the drops are just never going to stop. He's not mining the third base, so all the SCVs that he killed have been for naught because he's lost an equivalent number of drones. And this third base is under attack. The medevacs will keep these Marines alive. It's like, okay, one Baneling, not a big deal, even though it does get some kills, so that's nice. But tries to focus the rest of them down. And he does actually focus a lot of the Banelings on. There's already another huge wave ready. Marines, Hellbats. And this is so hard to deal with for True. He doesn't have the resources. The Hellbats are spreading out as well, trying not to clump up quite as much. And he spends almost all the Banelings just killing the Hellbats. There's still Marines. And now there's Marines in the main base once again. There's Marines at the front. The Banelings will finally clean that up, but he's trickling down the field. There's just more and more moving in, and these drones cannot mine the main base. Reality wants to take that 2-1 win. He wants to advance here at the IEM Sao Paulo qualifiers, and goddammit, he might be about to do that. Marines dropping above the third base. He's moving in Hellbats and medevacs. Each Hellbat has its own personal medevac, aka you're not going to kill me vac. And as the Zerglings move in, they clump up. Those Hellbats are just going to roast everything. The Marines dropped back inside the main, and here they come. The Zerglings are not in position to deal with this. There's just a ton of Hellbats here. And the Banelings finally show up, but you know what? Aspire was built this game, and no Mutalisks are built. We haven't even looked at Reality's base. You know why? Because there's no point. He's just cranking out bio endlessly down the map. Medevac with 2 Hellbats is moving around towards that Natural. Blue Flame is done, picks off all the Banelings outside the third. More are morphing in, but there's a Marauder here as well. 3 of them to soak up that fire. At least the drop in the main base will be picked up. There's some level of vindication, but GG Reality will move on 2-1 here at the Intel Extreme Masters Sao Paulo qualifiers. Fantastic game by Reality, and I really love seeing this style play by him.